चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीरूपानुगप्रभं वज्रसरस्वतीं च नारायणं तं प्रभुं। श्रीगुरुचरणं वन्दे रमणपृष्ठाय भूतले रूपानुगवद्दिगं च कृपामूर्तिनारायणं। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I offer my system and our pranams unto the lotus feet of our most worshipful Srila Gurudev, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnu Paj, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Vishnu Sri Guru Maharaj, Guru Guru Varga, and all simple Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas. So, obeying the order of Vaishnavas, speak briefly about this festival we are observing today, Gandhichi Mandir in Abidjan. It's part of the Ratha Yatra festival. This Ratha Yatra festival in Jagannath Puri, we know this has been going on for so many years, even before the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also just before this Ratha Yatra, then we also cleaned this Gandhichi Mandir. But we know when Mahaprabhu appeared, when he took sannyas and stayed in Jagannath Puri, when he was following all these festivals, then Mahaprabhu has taught us how to properly celebrate this festival. He has given the example and how to really observe in proper mood. And therefore, the Gaudiyas following in this way now have understanding. When we pull the chariot, it's actually with that desire to bring Krishna from Dwarka to Braj. So this whole festival is really in connection to Brij Basi's desire to bring Krishna back to Vrindavan. So this, it has been explained to us that this Jagannath temple, it represents Dwarka, and this Gandhichi Mandir represents Vrindavan. So during the time before Mahaprabhu was in Puri, the king would hire servants and they would clean Gandhichi Mandir. But they would not do a very good job. So one time Mahaprabhu has called on the king's priest, Kasimishra, and told him that he wanted to personally clean the temple, this Gandhichi Mandir, along with his devotees. And he said, just provide them all the brooms and also pots to fill with water. And so, although the king did not want in the beginning, but he could see how Mahaprabhu was so enthusiastic and along with the devotees, he knows that this is would make them very happy. Therefore, he provided everything that they needed. And so then this festival started. What is the speciality of this festival? Mahaprabhu himself, from early morning, he welcomed all the devotees. And before the devotees could even offer obeisances and offer some chandan, Mahaprabhu was already there waiting and then welcoming the devotees, offering them chandan and garlands. Without, Gurudev said that Mahaprabhu never have this abhiman, that I am Guru, here he's in that mood, I am servant. And he's leading everyone how to serve very nicely. So, and really, this is enthusiasm. The Lord, Krishna himself will be coming. And therefore, let us prepare. And so, there, he led all the devotees to remove all the stones, grasses, all this dust. First they pruned. He was not satisfied one time. They did twice. He said Mahaprabhu would pile up all this garbage, and he would see like, oh, I want to see everyone's pile, like how they're cleaning. And if those who are not cleaning very nice, he would like make them a little feel embarrassed by telling, oh, you're nicely very cleaning, you're very nicely cleaning. Then he would instruct others to clean, to teach like how to clean better. So, but the whole time, this is the specialty of that whole event, is that they're having kirtan. So every time, well, whatever they're doing, they're chanting Krishna name. So then after that, then Mahaprabhu could see there's still all these stains and like this strong dust attached. Therefore, it has to be washed. And therefore, they're getting all waters from Narendra Sarovar. Some do not get water from Narendra Sarovar, they're getting from wells. And they're passing down. So we can see all the devotees helping each other. So, in this way, everyone absorbed in cleaning. It's a whole festival, but this is all very meaningful. And only by our Guru Bhagava's mercy then we're understanding something. That before Lord Jagannath would come out, and anticipating his coming to Vrindavan, then Mahaprabhu, leading all his devotees to make the Gundisha representing Vrindavan very clean, not only clean, but it is described very clean, very cooling, and radiant. So this should inspire us that this whole event represents the cleaning of the heart. You want, actually, who can really join this festival of Rath Yatra and really pull Jagannath? Those who have the love like the Vrishvasis. For us, I'm speaking personally myself, like I'm qualified sadhak, full of anarthas. How I can join this festival? But by the inspiration of Mahaprabhu, then he's showing to us, one is for those who have this love, they want to take Jagannath to Vrindavan. Us, we're not even from Vrindavan. So, but we want to be in Vrindavan. We want to have the love of the Vrishvasis, like those who are in Vrindavan and feeling separation of Krishna. So, then, therefore, we are helping those who have those kinds of love and inspiring that their love will also be like us. So in these festivals, we are remembering how Mahaprabhu would celebrate, how those actual devotees with love for Krishna are celebrating these events, and helping them in their attempt to bring Krishna back. And this way we catch attention also of Jagannath. So, but this is very important. To be able to participate in this, then our hearts should also be clean. So therefore he said that, oh, you want Krishna to sit in your heart, then you have to clean. Cheto darpanam marjanam, bhavama aruvagni didvapanam, shriyakairavachan vikavitaranam vidhavaruchi panam, anantam buddhivatanam pratipadam punam ritasvadanam sarvatmastapanam, param vijayate Shri Krishna sankirtanam. Mahaprabhu has actually in his very first verse of Chichastakam, which the only thing that he really, like you can say he has written or he has composed, immediately he has provided what is supreme victory for the jivas of this Krishna Sankirtanam. With this, first, there has to be the Cheto Darpana Marjanam, this mirror of the heart, mirror of the consciousness, be cleansed. So like now, the Mandir Marjan, this is, by performing this cleaning, this should inspire us like, oh, I want to clean my consciousness. And really how? By Sankirtan. So when we say Sankirtan, already our Guru Bhargava has explained, Sankirtan means Samyak Kirtan, complete glorification. So unless Radharani is glorified, unless the gopis are glorified, then that is not complete glorification that satisfies Krishna. So in this way, if we want to glorify, if we want to be purified, then we have to glorify the love of the Brajvasis, especially of Srimati Radharani. And this is actually the essence of this festival of Rath Yatra. Mahaprabhu wanted to show the love of the Brajvasis, especially Srimati Radharani. Now, by their love, that Jagannath is bound and is brought back to Vrindavan. It is their victory. So, but before that, there has to be cleaning. Cleaning of what? What are we cleaning? So, our Guru Bhargava has explained that when Mahaprabhu is cleaning, they're taking all these grasses, this stones and this sand and all this dust. They symbolize all the anyabilas, all the desires that has nothing to do with the real desire of the soul. Arupa Goswami has given us the best definition of Uttama Bhakti. And this should we always remember. Like clean heart means this Uttama Bhakti. Anyabilasita sunyam, dhyan karmati anabhutam, anukulyena krishnanu shilanam bhakti uttama. So only with this, then really our heart can become, our heart really is very clean, not just clean, but very cooling and radiant. That Krishna himself would be attracted and he would sit in our heart. So when we say Anyabilas, like in the sloka Anyabilasita, Sunyam, zero of all these like desires, nothing to do with bhakti. What are they? Desires for sex gratification or desires for liberation. Mainly, they can be classified in these two ways. Those who desire sex gratification, then they do karma cheshta, this endeavors for karma, desires for fruitive activities. Those who desire liberation, then they perform activities of dhyan. It is desiring to attain mukti, or doing some activities like yoga, and so forth. It can be all these mixtures between all these desires, which are really centered around this self as the enjoyer. Like sometimes people may say, what's wrong with the desire for mukti? Actually, people desire liberation. Why? Because they want to be free from suffering. Why do they want to be free from suffering? Because they want to enjoy. So it still goes back to the self-centered consciousness, conception. But those are anyabilasita sunyam. No other desires. They actually want only bhakti. And so, therefore, these activities of dhyan and karma, this does not cover. They may appear to be engaged in some karma, but it does not cover their activities because they have no desire for those results of their activities. So they are only engaged in activities which are favorable for cultivation of service and moods to Krishna. So this is what is real Uttama Bhakti. Krishna Anushilanam. Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam. So when you say Anushilan, our Guru Bhargava explained two things there. That's you're doing Anushilan. Anushilan means constant cultivation. You're cultivating what? There has to be two things that has to be cultivated. Our Parama Buddha nicely explained this. One is the chesta, meaning the endeavor, engagement of the body, mind, and senses, meaning physical activity. Really, that's like service. But along with that, because that is just like half of the equation, along with that, there has to be cultivation of moods, of the proper sentiments. Parama Buddha would say, during the time of Prabhupada, so many people, they were serving, they're so busy serving. But because they did not cultivate the proper mood, Later on, when Prabhupada left, they also disappeared because they have not cultivated the mood. So therefore, when we say Anushila, these two things have to be there. So now we're cleaning and cleaning. Along with that, there has to be the proper understanding, the proper mood. Oh. Or you're doing your service, whatever service it is. Without the proper mood, without like forgetting the actual mood, then later on you will see all the service as like just a duty or just something becoming very burdensome. Oh, it's taking all my time, and then you become like frustrated and burnout. Why is that? Because you're forgetting to cultivate the actual mood. But when you're remembering, oh, why am I doing this? Why? Because oh, this is pleasing to Krishna. This is favorable for my development of my service mood. And so then everything becomes inspiring. And one becomes satisfied with whatever situation in his activities. So, therefore, today we are remembering how Mahaprabhu is showing how to prepare to be able to welcome Krishna. Cleaning our consciousness, removing all these anyavilas, removing all these tendencies for karma, jnana, yoga, and others, especially getting rid of all these unfavorable things, like our Rupa Goswami in his Upadeshamrita, in the second verse, he is telling these things which are unfavorable to bhakti, can destroy bhakti. 6 things. Atyahara prayasasya prajalpunyamaka janasangasya lodhyamcha shadbir bhakti vinasyati. These 6 things can destroy bhakti. Atyahara, not just overeating, but really, our Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that when your senses consume the objects of the senses with the tendency to enjoy them, that is already atyahara. That is over or consumption or using your senses more than what it should be. Because our senses really supposed to serve only Krishna. So, atyahara, prayas, over endeavoring for activities nothing to do with bhakti. So atyahara, prayas, prajalpo, meaning all these mundane talks. Niyamagraha, either neglecting the regulations or fanatically following regulations, forgetting the purpose of all these rules and regulations. Like in Vaidhi Bhakti, and it is good that we follow Vaidhi, meaning all these rules, but we are reminded that the main rule, only two things to remember. Remember Krishna, never forget him. All the other rules are servants to that main rule. So if you're doing all these regulations and rules and regulations, forgetting the main rule, then really that is niyamagraha. Jana sanghas, meaning associating with the materialistic people or atheists or mayavadis, and lolyam, greed for either greed for material things or restless mind. So in this way, these things are detrimental to bhakti. So these things, one has to be very careful. Be away from these things. And therefore remain, the only way to be really like in this proper process of cleaning, and we can see in this whole festival is that there is this Anugatya, Mahaprabhu himself leading all the devotees. And then there is all this teamwork amongst the devotees. So it's not like one is like separately doing cleaning and another one. They're all cleaning, helping each other, passing down the water to the next devotee. And they're all united by what? By Sankirtan. And in this way, it's like a whole family, like a whole teamwork, and everyone is happy. So in this way, if we follow in this principle, we never think that, oh, I'm going my spiritual life alone, always under guidance of Guru and the Vaishnavas. And our center is in Sankirtan. In this way, from the stage of Namapada, we're going Namabas and then Shuddhanam. So we are remembering all these teachings and this very meaningful event in this cleansing of Ganesha Mandir, praying that this can happen in our life.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ravi Nogachandraya Adidaya Dadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhakti. Vande Om Shri Guru Om Shri Pad Padaram Vedrasvasim Charan. Shri Guru Charan Vande Namo Desai Padi. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Sarvada. Jai Rup Sanatan Vargana Shri Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. First of all, started on the grounds. There was really the first pictures. Jai Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Jai Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Jai Bhagavad all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas. Today is very auspicious theme. Gundicha Mandir Mahajan. Also, I think today is this Raghavaya Chani. Today yesterday. Raghavaya Chani, Raghavaya Chani, Haji. Is Raghavaya also, he got his Chani today. Means from Panihati, Raghav Pandit will bring all these different things that his sister, Damayanti Devi, and he himself had cooked. So many different kinds of things. And even recently, one devotee who had been there, this devotee was also saying that she had darshan there of this Raghavaya Chani in Panihati, like some 30 years back. So, you see, if you look at some of the pictures there, you see some of the things they used to make from Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu would be so happy to honor all these things that they could. Raghav Pandit was so strict in whatever he had cooked. Like sometimes, if a person would be carrying some coconuts on a basket on his head, in a basket on his head, and then sometimes if Raghav Pandit could see that the dust from the feet of anyone would fall on those coconuts, because it's natural. Then you tell that servant, throw all the coconuts away. Mahaprabhu, we should offer the purest of things for him. And when you would offer these coconuts there in Panihati, Mahaprabhu himself would come from Jagannath-puri and offer it offered. In this way, when you cook so many things, you bring all these things to Mahaprabhu. Along with Damayanti Devi, all these Vaishnavas will come from Bhavamanda. And Mahaprabhu himself, he would come to this place, Akarma, to greet all the Vaishnavas that come from Bhavamanda. Akarma means in there, Vrindakumar Maharaj, he sacrificed 18 of his sons. And then there was one bridge built there. Because we know Vrindakumar, when Jagannath asked Vrindakumar if you want any blessing, he said, I want this blessing that I have no children my entire life. So then Jagannath, he asked Vrindakumar, why you don't want any children? Very strange blessing. Well, he said, if I have children, naturally my love and affection will be divided. Natural. I cannot serve you as much as I want to. And also, if I have any children, then they will say in the future that this temple belongs to me. This belongs to me, that belongs to me. So I don't want any children in this. So then Jagannath, he gave him that blessing. So this took place there in Akarma. And there Mahaprabhu, he came there and he greet all these Vaishnavas. And then there would be so many different things that Mahaprabhu could not take everything in one day. So then they keep asking Govinda Prabhu, that has Mahaprabhu tasted what we cooked? Has he eaten something? And Govinda would say, yes, yes, yes. Then Mahaprabhu, once Govinda went to Mahaprabhu and he said, how much longer can I lie? I've been lying here since so many days now. Then Mahaprabhu said, all right, take me inside that place. And there Mahaprabhu saw so many different things, like pickles, chutneys, sharp bhaja, and so many different kinds of rice. Then Mahaprabhu gradually started eating each and every one of these things that they had put in this way. Bhagavan type of instruction. Jali means like a stick which has a basket and two ends. That is also today. Now, as we've been hearing, there is also this Vindisha Mandir Marjan. So, what is so special about sweeping? Now, what is so special about sweeping? You see here, Prabhupada Saraswati himself, in his Radha Sudhanidhi, he said, Yatkim Kareshu Pamsha Prabhu, Nityam Parasya Prusasya Sukhanidhi, Tasya Kala Rasamine Vishamamsha, Tate Kunja Pavanam Marjan Isham. So, you see that Marjan is used this word, Marjan Isham. Because for a broom, they call it Sammarjan in Sanskrit. Hindi they say Charu, but in Sanskrit they call it Sammarjan. So you see here, they say Sammarjan Isham. It says, when do I become a stick in that broom which is used to clean the kunjas? Because these kunjas, in these kunjas we see the topmost leaders of Radha and Krishna take place. Like you see in Jayadharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has described one word called Vipaksha Vaishistya. Vipaksha Vaishistya means one Naika goes into man on seeing the speciality of another Naika, another beloved. Like when Krishna gave this Parijat flower to Rukmini, then Satyabhama, when she saw that Krishna was favoring Rukmini so much, when she saw the speciality of Rukmini, Satyabhama, she went into man. Similarly here also, in the kunjas there, one Naika goes into man on seeing the speciality of another Naika. This is called Vipaksha Vaishistya. So therefore, there, this Vipaksha Vaishistya is seen in three ways. One is Shruta, by listening, one is by inference, Anumati, and one is by seeing, Drishta. It is like Buddha is given in his purpose. So there, in the Shruta, means like one Naika, she listens to the parrot speak on the glories of another Naika, or another Sati speak on the glories of another Naika. And this way, the Sati goes into man. It's called Shruta. And then there's Anumati. Like we see sometimes the parrots are flying from one kunja to another kunja. And like sometimes they go to Radharani, they speak on the glories of Chandravali. Sometimes they go to Chandravali, speak on the glories of Radharani. Sometimes these Sakis also, there's Dutis, they're speaking. And there's Anumati. Anumati means by inference, these Sakis, they see. Like we say, one is called Bhogamka. Bhogamka means sometimes like one Saki sees Krishna having enjoyed with another Saki, bearing these signs. So then she goes into home. And one is called Gotraskalam. Gotraskalam means by mistake, Krishna, he utters the name of another Naika. Like once, Radharani, Chandravali, she was walking down the streets and Krishna, he was there going. And then he said, oh Radhi, how are you? And Chandravali said, oh Kansa, how are you? And Krishna asked Chandravali, why are you calling me Kansa? And Chandravali said, where are you seeing Radha here anywhere? Then Krishna realized, oh, slip of tongue. It's called Gotraskalam. And then there is Swapna Drishta Vipaksha Vaishistya. Swapna Drishta Vipaksha Vaishistya means one, in his dreams, the Naika sees the speciality of another Naika. And what is that? Like sometimes when Krishna is with Chandravali in Kunja, then Krishna he dreams and he tells and he speaks in his dreams that, oh Radhe, you are inside my heart, outside my heart. You are in front of me, you are behind me, you are everywhere. And Chandravali, she goes into one. And then sometimes even like Krishna is with one of his Vidushaka Sakhas, like Madhumangal. Then Madhumangal also, then he was outside the Kunja, and when Chandravali and Krishna were inside, then Padma inside, they were discussing. They were saying that, oh, just see how unfortunate our Sakis. Even Madhumangal in his dreams, he's addressing one Sakhi and saying, "Oh Madhavi, don't be sad. Very soon, our Sakhi, very soon, Krishna is going to meet with your Sakhi Srimati Radhika. Because now he's only cheating Chandravati in the future. It's called Swapna Drishta Vipaksha Vaishishta. And then there is Drishta Vipaksha Vaishishta. By their own minds, they see this speciality in the Vaishishta. So what I mean to say is that all these different leelas, they take place in the kunjas. Like Nirnitukman, Saditukman. And how is this man pacified? Like by sound, by using pacifying words, Veda, diplomatic words, Mati, by offering obeisances, Upeksha, by neglect, Rasanta, by changing the moods of the rasas. In this way, and then there's Karya, taking a promise that I'll never do such things. So all these pastimes they take place in the Kunja. So this Gundicha Man temple is this Kunja actually of Srimati Radhika. And she's seeking Krishna there. And who are all these Sakhis Chandra? They're all like a Kaya of Srimati Radhika. So therefore, Mahaprabhu is saying, but if you want to realize all these leelas, especially this Nibrita Nikunja leelas of Radha and Krishna, which the Gundicha Man represents, that first cleanse your heart of all impurities. Only then you can go. Begin from the bottom, don't jump to the top. Remember always begin from the bottom. If you jump to the top, then you'll fall and you'll break your teeth. So if you want to realize all these leelas of Radha and Krishna, then start proving your heart. And we see Shyamananda Prabhu himself, he was sweeping so much there in Vrindavan. Jiva Goswami gave him this order, and every day he would sweep Seva Kunj for 12 years, so many years. And then we see that Radharani herself gave him darshan. And what does Bhaktivinoda Thakur said? He said, I'm a sweeper in this Nam Hatta, this marketplace of Holinam. Yesterday we heard this Nam Hatta, what it means. He said, I'm a sweeper there. And even the disciples of Prabhupada, they would say, we are not even a sweeper in the Nam Hatta, we are not even the broom, we are like one stick in that broom. Marjani Shyam. Same thing that Prabhupada and Saraswati said. So this is this Gundicha Marjan. And we see that even like we see this history of Purushottam Jana, that Purushottam Jana was supposed to marry this lady from Vijayanagar, this princess. Vijayanagar is Rajamandri, is modern day Andhra Pradesh, is Vijayanagar. So there he was supposed to marry this lady, but then when the father came to the Jagannath Puri, he saw him sweeping the roads just before Rath was about to begin. Then he refused to give his daughter. He said, how can I marry my daughter to a sweeper? And then we know the history that when Prataprutra Maharaj, he went there the first time, he lost. Because Bandha Ganesh, he was helping this king. And the second time, Jagannath Baldev themselves came and they helped him. And then he won. And then he took that lady and he said, no, I'll really marry her to a sweeper. And this lady was weeping so much. Then the ministers told this king, all right, you wait for 1 year. And then as this Purushottam Jana went to sweep the road, then you see this lady was told by the ministers, and immediately put this garland on Purushottam Jana. And she put the garland and then she said, I have only married this sweeper, no one else. And she was married to him. And you see that same devotee, Purushottam Jana, his son was Prataprutra. And we see Mahaprabhu, he didn't give his mercy to Prataprutra externally so many times. Wanted to meet him. Mahaprabhu said no. He said, King is Vishay. Even if a snake, if its teeth are broken, the fangs of a snake, still a snake is a snake. Sannyasi cannot meet such a Vishay, materialistic person. So then, Prataprutra tried in so many ways. Mahaprabhu once he would give darshan to his son. He gave his uttara to Prataprutra, never did. But then, one day, Prataprutra, we see, just before Rath Yatra, he was sweeping this place with a golden broom, with some scented water, and Mahaprabhu saw. And he became so happy. Prataprutra said, oh, no, he's ideal. He was wearing plain cloth, not even dressed like a king. And then, Mahaprabhu, he said to the Gopi Gate, and Mahaprabhu went to history. So we see here all these associates, they receive so much mercy. Just by sweeping. The sweeping is also like we see, it's like a Nitya Seva actually. Not some low Seva. Like even Brahma, you see, Brahma also wants to be born as one of these sweepers. In those prayers he said. So this dust that they're sweeping, especially, what does it signify? Especially when they're sweeping in Vrindavan, there's Radha Padantika Bhumi. Impurity Prashnati Radhika is going to sweep. At the same time, we say that these impurities have to be cleansed. And Gurudev, he gave so many teachings on these different anarthas, so many. Like we say, he would say, what is Sarup Brahma? Sarup Brahma means you have no realization of yourself. It is of four types. Satattva Brahma. You have misconceptions about your own Sarup. Paratattva Brahma. Misconceptions about Krishna. Who is he? Krishna is Valamshri Tat Tat Pradas Yakyana Vakaram Ramneti Paramateki Bhagavanti Shabdave. But we don't realize this. The Sadha Sadhan Tattva Brahma. You don't know what is Sadhya and you don't know what is Sadhana. Is Maya Tattva Brahma. Is Maya anything separate from Krishna or is Maya Shakti? Like the Mayavadis say that when this Brahma becomes covered by Maya, he either becomes a Jiva or he becomes Ishwar. Is Maya Tattva Brahma. And then there is Asat Krishna. What is this Asat Krishna? You desire heaven, you desire happiness in this world, Ashtasiddhi Navamukti, Sayuja Mukti. And then there is Aparad, Dhamma Aparad, Seva Aparad, Nama Aparad. Even Jeevinsa, committing violence to other living entities is also an Aparad. And then there is this Hridaya Dauphamya, weakness of the heart. What is that? Tucha Shakti. Attached to very insignificant things. And Sopratishta Lalasa, desiring your own Pratishta, Matsarya, envy. And so all these different anarthas we see, like loyalty, to sleep, Vikshet, to be distracted, Apratipati, and then Kasai, to have this lust, anger, greed, and then this Rasaswad, to desire material enjoyment, tasters, sense objects. So when you have all these anarthas in your hearts, like Dushkriti Anartha, Sukriti Anartha, Pradutta Anartha, Bhakti Anartha, anarthas arising from Prabhupada and Sansara. How can you do pure bhakti? How can you realize all these Nibrita Nikunja leaders? Because we see Mahaprabhu in Radha Bhav and he's cleaning the Singhasan means what? Srimati Radhika is preparing Krishna to enter inside the Kunjas there. This is what Srimati Radhika is doing. Because when she is waiting for Krishna there in the Kunjas, she is in this mood of Virohit Kantita. Virohit Kantita means what? She's so much Utkanta in Viraha. Utkanta means her likeness are in her throat mode. She wants to meet Krishna. This is Virohit Kantita. She's also Vipralapta. She's feeling so much separation. And sometimes she's like in this mode of Kandita. And sometimes she's in the mode of Asak Satya. She's preparing the entire Kunja there. In this way, ultimately, she becomes Swadhin Kantita, control. So Mahaprabhu is in this mood of Srimati Radhika. So he wants Krishna to enter into the Kunjas, but he's showing the sadhaks. Still, if you want Radharani, if you want Krishna to enter into the cleanse your heart of all these anarthas. Only then you can hope to have realization of these Kunja leaders. And lastly, I just end with this. Especially Madhurya Kalambini, Gurudev would say, if you want to see how much you have advanced in bhakti, you read Madhurya Kalambini, he would say. There you see, Anishtita Bhakti is a big anartha. Very dangerous stage. This Anishtita Bhakti has 6 stages. What are they? Utsahamani. One becomes so enthusiastic that he thinks I know everything. There's Khantarala. Means thick, thin, condensed dilute. Sometimes he's very happy, sometimes very unhappy. It's pure Vikalpa. Sometimes he makes many promises. I'll do this, I'll do that. Should I be a householder? Should I be a sannyasi? Kind of fixes money. Vishaya Sanghar. He's fighting with the objects of his senses. Very difficult, especially for us sadhaks. We see Vishaya Sanghar is like every day we're fighting with the objects of senses. And then there is this Taranga Rangini. Taranga Rangini means, Taranga means these waves. And Nag Puja Pratishtha, these waves arising in the ocean. And Rangini means to take pleasure in these waves. Taranga. And then there's Niyamakshama. Cannot even properly follow. Sometimes 64 rounds, sometimes 2 rounds, sometimes 3 rounds, sometimes Nirjala Ekadashi, sometimes Sajala Ekadashi, sometimes Mati. So Mahaprabhu wants the sadhak to be free of all these anarthas. Then he's saying, then you make your heart like a kunja. Gurudev would say, when I give initiation to anyone, I make Paramatma leave from that place. And I make that sadhak sadhik the kunja, and I make Radha and Krishna sit inside that kunja, he would say. And I give initiation. So this way, this Gundi Chamandir Margin Lila, there is very special significance. You heard Vaishnavas say that Gurudev, Sant Maharaj, Janardhan Maharaj, they will all sit outside and discuss all these leaders. The benefit of the sadhaks. So you can only hope that our hearts also become spotlessly pure, like this Gundi Chamandir, and then realize the things that we want to come to each other.
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय धरावे कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय वन्देहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपं योगप्रवरं व्रजरसशिवं च नारायणं प्रभुं श्रीगुरुचरणं वन्दे रमणपुस्तके भूतले रूपं भक्तिं च कृपामूर्तिनरायणम् वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, my sister and Ratana, thank Lord Sri Pramanaanda Prabhu. Vishnu Bhagavad Krishna Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Secondly, my sister and Pranam, thank Lord Sri Rupan Gauri Guru. Never my sister and Pranam, all of them were Vaishnava. By Sri Guru Prabhupada for this mercy, the Vaishnavas, we are experiencing Vrindavan Dham, and we are observing this Sri Gatha Yatra. And by how we are observing the utsavs, as we have been taught by Guru Prabhupada, by hearing, chanting and remembering the Katha by Guru Bhargava Goswami. By this we can somehow uplift ourselves, get some benefit, create some relationship, so that some greed may arise in the heart, that we may also desire to realize the things. Today is the day before the Rath Yatra, there is Gundicha Mandir Mahajana, the cleaning of the Gundicha temple. As we've been hearing, we know all the significance. The Sri Gundicha Mandir is representing the Dham, Sri Vrindavan Dham. And Krishna Jagannath is returning to Braj. And this way Mahaprabhu himself, along with all his parivars, he is taking this responsibility. So himself, clean this Gundicha Mandir himself, prepare the Kunda Kuteras, everything. Make them ready. So, because without Vrindavan, without the Kunda Kuteras, without the Govardhan Jamuna, there can be no Vrindavan Samasundar, there can be no Rishabhananandini Radhika, there can be no Braj Prem. Therefore, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has said that Raja Bhagavan Bhajalisa Taniyas Tadhama Vrindavan. Matam Gurudev asked, he said, why is it said here? Why is Vrindavan Dham as worshipful as Vrindavan Samasundar? What is the reason? Then so many people are giving this answer, that answer. Somebody replied. And finally Gurudev himself said, no, the reason is that this Sri Vrindavan Dham, it creates the Udipan, creates the inspiration, the desire within Radha and Krishna to perform these pastimes. Without that Udipan, without that stimulus, then none of these pastimes can take place. That prema cannot manifest. And therefore, Vrindavan Dham is as worshipful. We see when Krishna, he leaves Braj and he goes to Dwarka, then what is he doing? He has no peacock feather, he has no flute, no pila pitamba, nothing. And Krishna only day and night he is remembering Braj Dham, he is crying and weeping. So much so that he is falling unconscious. Then we know that under the guidance of Brahma, then they created a Nava Vrindavan. And there on the bank of on the ocean of Dwarka, the artificial Vrindavan. They made so many murtis of cows, even Nanda Baba, Madheshwara, Radhika, the gopis. As it is, Brahma, he is the Srishtikar, he is the creator. Brahma is given this potency, he knows how to create. He's given all the elements and he creates the different forms, everything. All the original forms, everything created by him. We know that Vishwamitra, he tried to also imitate, but only failed. Buffalo and goats and all these things. So in Brahma, he created artificial duplicates, like statues, like original murtis, live, looking as it is. And then Krishna, he woke up and he saw, where am I? Oh, I am in Braj. He immediately became happy. And then he was walking around, he began talking to his mother, father, and he was talking to Radhika. He said, oh, I had a dream that I went to the bank of the ocean there, I married 16,000 queens and this and that. He was explaining all these things. And when he saw Radhika, then immediately he went into his Trivangala, like sort of this flute and everything. That time Brahma, even the Dwarkavasi, Padma and everyone they were watching. And Padma saw this Trivangala form of Krishna. She went mad and she began running. And she was going to come out of her hiding. They had to stop her. She couldn't control herself. So beautiful Krishna was. And Krishna told Radhika, I'm just going now to the cow grazing, I'll come back, then I'll meet with you. And then with his flute, he touched Radhika's chin. But then he turned around and he heard this sound, crashing of the waves. And Krishna said, what is that sound? And he looked, then he saw the ocean is there. And saw all the waves and everything, and then he realized, oh, alas, I'm actually where I'm in Dwaraka. It is true, I wasn't dreaming this. Then he went into deep separation. So this Vrindavan Dham, it has such potency, it has such Shakti, and therefore it is not considered to be any Tirtha. It is considered to be the Dham, the Alaya, Nija Alaya, the residing place, the residence of Krishna and his associates. You know how they say Tirtharaj, Prayag, or Pushkar there, they come in the form of a black horse and rolls in the dust of Vrindavan. One sadhu was watching, and then the horse was rolling in the dust, his blackish complexion became golden. Then he asked, this is not an ordinary horse. And he asked the horse, who are you? He said, I am, sometimes they say Pushkar, or sometimes they say Prayag, Tirtharaj, Prayag. So I am Prayag Tirtharaj. I am the king of all Tirthas. Everyone comes to me and they bathe in the Triveni and they offer all their sins. And by those sins I become black. So how do I become pure? I come here to this Vrindavan Dham, I roll in the dust and I become purified from all my contamination. Therefore, Krishna, he is given authority over all Tirthas to Prayag, but he is not given authority over his own Dham, Vrindavan Dham. No one is able to enter into Vrindavan Dham. If you read Brahma Samhita, how is it like there is defense there? Described that the Golok is there, there's so many petals, but outside on the outskirts there's so many Astasastras pointing outwards, no one can enter into that Dham. Without Prem, without Priti, no one can enter this Dham. It's completely aloof from everything. And that is the Prachanu pastime place of Radha and Krishna. Therefore, Mahaprabhu, during this Gundisha Leela, he is preparing this Vrindavan Dham. And he is cleaning, he is preparing. In other words, he is cleaning, he is preparing the heart. His metaphor is given Cheto Darpana Marjana, cleaning the middle of the heart. By doing this, doing all these services, by having this heart chesta, heart endeavor, Mahaprabhu said 2 fingers. One's chesta should be there, but also Bhagavan's Kripa. When these 2 things are combined, then the siddhi of perfection, sadhaka can attain all success. Therefore, it says that Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttama Shloka and Bhakti Bhagavati Naistiki. Only when this Naistiki Bhakti, Nishta Bhakti, and we start, then this real Seva, Bhagavat Seva, means service of Bhagavat, that is Krishna himself and his Bhagavat, his Parikar. Then we can actually serve them, we can actually begin to perform some, we can have the right sentiments. If all these abhadras, all these anarthas are there in the heart, then how will we serve? We have no capacity, no idea. There are so many obstacles, and then we will not be able to please Radha and Krishna. So Mahaprabhu is showing them, but in Gundacha Leela, we have to make our heart clean, pure, like Vrindavan. Lord Krishna, he never leaves Vrindavan. He never leaves Vrindavan, then why will he come into your heart if your heart is separate from Vrindavan? Because Radhika said, Anyala Eka Man, Moraman Vrindavan. Manavan Eka Jane Puri. So other people say their heart and mind one, but my heart is Vrindavan. Therefore, Radhika, she has manifested Vrindavan from her own heart. Giriraj Lord, everything, Radhika manifested all these things for Krishna's happiness. Therefore, Radha and Krishna, they never leave this Braj Dham. Therefore, we have the purpose of Gundisha Mandir is to make our heart soft and sweet. So that all these moods, these Braj moods can enter in our heart. We have to clean our heart with the water. What water? With this Braj Ras. Then the heart will become cool and fragrant. Then Radha and Krishna will enter into the heart. So this Gundisha Mandir Matan, we start from Sadhak level, the grassroots level, by progressing from Sadhu Sattva, Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Nartana, Vritti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav, step by step. This is the Siddha Pranali, this is the Bhajan Pranali that has been given by Mahaprabhu and all the Acharyas. And this Gundisha Mandir Marathon is golden opportunity, a very special day, by which we can actually engage ourselves in Nam Kirtan and engaging ourselves in serving, remembering Braj Dham, remembering the Braj Gopis, Braj Parikar, remembering Mahaprabhu, and then by remembering this Leela, we can become absorbed. And this desire, the purpose of, we should understand what is the purpose of killing Anartha. Gurudev said, Anartha Nivritti is a very critical stage. You can spend lifetime on Anartha Nivritti. Therefore, the whole purpose of Mahaprabhu in the Gundisha is that Jagannath is coming. Krishna and Radha and Krishna are going to perform their pastime there. In other words, his eye is on the goal, on the Prayojan. His eye is on this goal of manifesting his Braj Leela, his Braj Prem. Similarly, the sadhak has to have his eye and focus on the goal. And then by endeavoring and progressing towards that goal, automatically all the anarthas will be far behind the sadhak. But if you absorb yourself and focusing on anartha, oh, I have this anartha, I have this anartha, this problem, that problem, then your whole life will become an anartha. Then how will you be able to get out of that dirt, out of that God? Therefore, the goal has to be, the prayojan has to be clear. If the prayojan is not clear, then how can there be abhijaya? So therefore, Mahaprabhu by this Gundisha Mandir Madan, he is reminding us of what is our prayojan. That is the sweet meeting of Radha Krishna and Braj Dham. And the Gaudi Vaishnava, they want to enter into this Leela and they want to serve, they want to assist Srimati Radhika and Krishna's service. Come and make them the Srimati Radhika. But step by step we will have to progress, and therefore this day is reminding us of all these things. We are praying to Gurudev and the Vaishnava that we may also not only be reminded, but we can also practice and adopt these things in our life, so we may also then progress in this way.
Krishna Premamanda Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namri Gaurvati Srinam Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhattaruna Sri Gopala Bhattam Dasvarupna छाए गोसाई करी चरण वंदन जाओ विघ्ना अभीष्ट पुरम जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य दयाल प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे बोलो श्री गुरु महाराज की गुरु परंपरा की अनंत अनंत वैष्णववृंद की सपास गौर की गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रास गोस्वामी की श्री अरुण महाजन महोत्सव की वृंदावन धाम की निवासी भक्त वृंद की वैश्य विश्व गणेश ब्राह्मण की वर्गन की और भगवान हम लोग उसमें से गुरुवर्गों के विचार और वैशिष्टों को समझने का सुबह के रात चैतन्य महाप्रभु जब संन्यास लेकर के चैतन्य जगन्नाथ हम आकर के विराजमान हुए प्रतिवर्ष लाखों करोड़ों लोग जगन्नाथ जी के रथ यात्रा में सम्मिलित होते हैं क्योंकि रथ यात्रा का नाम भगवान घोष यात्रा जगन्नाथ जब श्री मंदिर में विराजमान होते हैं तो सब लोग के वहाँ संभव नहीं है जाकर के उनकी सेवा करें या उनके दर्शन करें उन्हें कृपा लाभ हो जगन्नाथ स्वयं ही बाहर आते हैं सबको दर्शन देते हैं सबको कृपा करते हैं सब सेवा का सुजोग देते हैं और पानी मात्र जगन्नाथ की कृपा को प्राप्त करते हैं ग्रहण करते हैं जगन्नाथ जी बड़े दयालु हैं इसलिए इस यात्रा का नाम पवन घोष यात्रा कभी कभी सबसे अपने तीन में रास्ता में रह जाते कभी जाकर गुंडे के सामने विराजमान हो जाते हैं क्योंकि जो लोग पतित है जिनको मंदिर में प्रवेश अधिकार नहीं देते हैं जगन्नाथ स्वयं उन लोगों को भी कृपा करने के लिए भारी विराजमान रहते हैं वहाँ दिखाते हैं तो देखो जो लोग 11 महीना उनकी सेवा करते हैं उनको छोड़ के और किसी को कृपा करने के लिए कुछ बाहर रहे फिर भी इनको अकल नहीं है इन लोगों को भी उनके सेवा के लिए कुछ देना चाहिए किंतु जगन्नाथ बड़े दयालु तो इस बात हम लोग आगे सुनेंगे और वहाँ पर देखते हैं इतने लोग आते हैं जगन्नाथ के साथ इसका संबंध तो नहीं वो लोग आते हैं अपने कुछ कल्याण के लिए और वे पूर्ण रूप से चले जाते हैं किंतु कैसे उनका कल्याण होगा जानते नहीं तो महापुरुष जाओ वो फिर हम विराजमान है महापुरुष देंगे काशी मिश्र जो राजगुरु और जगन्नाथ जी के राजा का पुरोहित सर्वम पढ़े गोपीनाथ आचार्य कालीनाथ आदि सबको बुलाया। बुलाने में कहते हैं देखो कल जगन्नाथ जी रथ यात्रा है और जगन्नाथ जी आएंगे विराजमान होंगे वृंदावन का यात्रा है। तो अभी हम इस गौरव मंदिर शिव मंदिर गुंडीचा हम मार्जन करेंगे। तो बोले राजा प्रतिवर्ष अपने सेवकों को भेजते हैं उनका जगह जाके साफ सुथरा करते हैं और वहाँ सुंदर सजाते हैं और जगन्नाथ जी विराजमान होते हैं। वहाँ आईकुटा है, बहुत सुंदर गोट जाति के बगीचे हैं और फूल बहुत विशाल। आज जैसे एक पत्थर का दीवार का शहर नहीं, उस समय समुद्र से लेके गुंडीचा तक पूरा बागान बगीचा सुंदर। तो राज कर्मचारी साफ सुथरा करते हैं। महाप्रभु के लिए सर्व पंडित और काशी मिश्र बोले ये काम आपका नहीं है, आप सन्यासी हैं, ये काम आपका नहीं है, ये ऊपर जाने काम है। महाप्रभु उस समय कहते हैं ऊपर जगह का वृत्ति है वो सेवा वृत्ति नहीं है, वो तो पैसे का नौकर है, वो वृत्ति लेके चलाएगा। उनका तो वृत्ति नहीं है, वो तो जिम्मेदार उनको दिया जाता है तो देश देश का जो उसको दिखाते हैं। तो ऐसे नहीं, किंतु उनको और कुछ कहा नहीं। तब संतमंदरा भी वहाँ पर जो रामामुद्रा है पार्षदों ने पूछा प्रभु ऐसा क्यों? तो देखो अपनी आचरित कर्म शिखमो सबक अपना मेरे कर्म शिखमान न जाए। मैं अपने आप के खुद आचरण नहीं करता हूँ और मैं किसी को सिखा नहीं सकता। यदि मैं खुद ही भगवान की सेवा नहीं करता तो दूसरे को सेवा करना चाहिए, तो कोई करेगा नहीं, उनको रुचिकर नहीं होगा। उस समय स्वतंत्र प्रभावी कहता है कि नहीं ये काम हम लोग करेंगे, आपको नहीं कराना है। तब हम लोग क्या करते हैं, कहते जितने साधक है उनके हृदय को मार्जन करना है। किंतु यदि एक व्यक्ति को पकड़ करके और मैं तुमको साबुन शैम्पू तेल या उपटन सब देकर साफ सुथरा करके सुंदर सजाऊं तो भले वो सेवा स्वीकार कर ले, किंतु चमड़ी चमड़ी को तो साफ सुथरा कर सकता है, किंतु अंदर के जो आत्मा के ऊपर एक का ढेर जमा हो गया अनर्थ असत्य अपराध प्रारब्ध पापी जमिता अस्मिता राग देश अभिनिवेश लय विक्षेप प्रसार अप्रतिपत्ति अतिसार कितने प्रकार के अनर्थ पाप इतने जो इकट्ठा कर लिया वो साफ सुथरा करने के लिए वो कौन सा उपाय है? अब यदि कहो तुम पापी हो, भ्रष्ट हो, दुराचारी हो, नीच हो, तुम्हारे अंदर अनर्थ से भरे पड़े हुए हैं, बिगड़ जाएगा। तुम पापी इससे मुझे पापी हो, तुम दुष्ट है, तुम मुझे दुष्ट हो, तुम भ्रष्ट व्यभिचारी दुराचारी इससे मुझे ऐसे हो, वो नहीं सहन करेगा, कोई नहीं सहन कर सकता। सब कुछ है भगवाई और पूजा प्रतिष्ठा ग्लोरीफाई उनकी बस महिमा का गान करो तो खुश और प्रसन्न। कितना खीरा पिला के कुछ नहीं कर सकते, किसी को कुछ दे देगी, किंतु महिमा का गान करो ना। क्यों प्रतिष्ठा कमी? लोभी लालची बदल सकता है, प्रतिष्ठा कमी नहीं बदल सकता। एक कुटिनाटी है, कपटता है, छिपा करके कुछ छिपा करके ऊपर से कुछ दिखाता है, करना चाहता है और सबको समझाना चाहता है, ऊपर से ढक करके अपना दिखाता है। महाप्रभु कहते हैं ये लोग चिकने खड़े हैं, बदलेंगे नहीं, सुनेंगे सबकी, करेंगे अपनी मन की। बोले सबकी बात सर पर और पंचों की बात मुंडा मेरा वही रहेगी। मैं करूँगा अपनी मन की, सुनूंगा सबकी, खुद पर नहीं। तो ये इतना जिद्दी हटी है, ये जीवों को इतना आसानी से कोई नहीं बदल सकता। इसलिए कहते हैं प्रभुपाद ठाकुर, छोटा बच्चा घर में है, चल के रहा है, अभी चलना सीख गया, देखा तुम्हारे सिगरेट का टुकड़ा पड़ा है, बीड़ी का टुकड़ा पड़ा है, देखते हैं उसके पापा आता है, यार दोस्त आते हैं, रोज सिगरेट पीते हैं, बीड़ी पीते हैं और सीरम लगाते हैं, क्या क्या करो, क्या क्या करते हैं। तो बच्चे ने क्या किया, टुकड़ों को इकट्ठा करके अब वो आंच में लगा के और पीने लग गया। तो बोलते हैं उसकी माँ दादी ये नहीं पीना चाहिए, वो पापा पीते हैं, क्या बढ़िया चीज है, क्यों नहीं पीऊंगा। अब उसको सुनता नहीं, अब तो उसका आदत हो गया, अब तो छोड़ता नहीं। ये तो सर तो है अभी। अच्छा देखते हैं ना, बच्चे जन्म लिया तो माँ क्या करती है, मोबाइल दे देती है, कार्टून लगा करके देखता रहता है। अब वो बोलना नहीं आता है, चलना नहीं आता है, उठना नहीं आता है, उंगली से उसको मोबाइल को चला रहता है, कार्टून में हाँ आदमी हंसता है। उसको देखिए खाना भी वही खाएगा, वो कार्टून देखते हुए। ये जो जीवों का दुर्दशा हो गया है, ये नहीं बदलने वाला। इनको तो झाड़ू से सफा करना होगा, ऐसे नहीं अनर्थ हो जाता है। और यदि कोई झाड़ू लेके उनको सफाई शुरू कर देना, तो देखो कोर्ट का चाहे तो छोड़ो, महाभारत में क्या रंग है, उससे ज्यादातर और रंग समझ जाएगा। बोल तो दो कुछ भी, झाड़ू तो झाड़ू दे दो, तभी देखो क्या का मजाक है। जाओ जेल में जाओ, झाड़ू क्यों कहा, जात पात की विषय क्यों कर, रुका नहीं। महाप्रभु कहते हैं यदि वो खुद झाड़ू देना नहीं सीखे, सेवा करना नहीं सीखे, तो सुकृति क्यों से होगा, उसका चित्तवृत्ति बदलेगा कैसे। इससे मैं जब खुद करूंगा, ये भी पीछे पीछे महाजनों जनो गतसु बनता, महाजन जैसे काम करते हैं अनुयायी छोटे मोटे कीड़े मकोड़े 48 चमचे उसी जगह चलता है। तो महाप्रभु ने बोला देखो, एक से मिट्टी घड़ा पानी भरने के लिए, तो उसमें नल नहीं, टैप नहीं है, बटन दबा दो, सेंसर है कि हाथ कर दो पानी भर जाए, ऐसा तो है नहीं। वो किलोमीटर दूरी से कहीं कुआ है, कहीं तालाब है, पानी लाना पड़ेगा, तो घड़ा चाहिए। और झाड़ू में कम नहीं, 100 नहीं, 1000 नहीं, कितना बाजार में जितना है, नहीं है तो व्यवस्था करो, सब्र लाना है। क्योंकि जब मैं चलूंगा, जो मेरे पीछे चलने वाले हैं, राजा महाराजा, रति महारथी, वकीलती, सारथी, जितने बड़े बड़े नामी ज्ञानी गुणी विज्ञानी, कितने बड़े बड़े आचार्य, छोटे छोटे परमानंदपुरी, ब्रह्मानंद भारती, ईश्वरपुरी, जितने गुरु भाई रंगपुरी, एक से एक सब गोसाई आचार्य, जगन्नाथ पांडा, परीक्षा, सुपकार, दैत्यापति, जो अपना भगवान से कम नहीं मानते, अपने भगवान से अधिक पूजा करवाते हैं। तो वो किसी पूजा करता है कि सेवा करता है कि नहीं। और जब तक सेवा नहीं करेगा, ममता कहाँ से होगा। संबंध कैसे होगा? जिसकी सेवा करेगा उसके साथ रिश्ता होगा, करेगा तो नहीं, बोलने से भी नहीं सुनेगा, कर सेवा कर कुछ नहीं, ये काम मेरा नहीं है। किसी को गुरु जी कहते हैं, ए भाई कर्मचारी को तुम लोग सेवा उसको करा करो, तो क्या मैं छोटे मोटे ऐसे करके क्या हूँ क्या, और ऐसे मैं कौन क्या बुद्धो हूँ, ये सब काम मेरे लिए है, मैं इसी मत में है क्या, ये सब काम मेरे लिए है। तो मैं तो क्या करोगे, पूजन करूँगा, हाँ मंदिर में पुजारी बनूंगा, ये सब काम हम नहीं करते, हम छोटे मोटे कर लिए नहीं है। तो मुझे बढ़िया है भाई, तो तुम्हारा ये जगह नहीं है, ये छोटे मोटे के लिए है, और डिलीवरी के लिए तुम जाओ, जाओ सेठ साहूकार के पास जाओ, उनके पास जाकर तुम बॉस बन जाओ। तो महाप्रभु कहते हैं ये जो आत्म अभिमान है ऐसी नहीं कहते, और यदि भगवान के लिए कुछ करेंगे नहीं, संस्कार भी शक्ति भी कोई संचार करेगा नहीं, माया की सेवा करेंगे तो माया की शक्ति प्राप्त करेंगे, यदि भगवान की सेवा करेंगे तो भगवान की शक्ति प्राप्त करेंगे, और जब तक उनकी शक्ति नहीं प्राप्त करेंगे तब तक उनकी सेवा या उनके तत्व के बारे में भी ज्ञान नहीं हुआ, तब समय प्राकृतिक बुद्धि जड़ बुद्धि जाए रहेगी। तब महाप्रभु ने सबको बुलाया कि काल सुबह गुंडीचा मंदिर हम जाएंगे, वहाँ बोलते हैं वह पगला हम धोएंगे साफ करेंगे, सबको चलना है। महाप्रभु कभी कुछ तो बोलते नहीं, बोला तो सारे उड़ीसा नहीं, बंगाल बिहार इतने देश दुनिया के सब आए, सब बड़ा महाप्रभु ने भरोसा किया चंदन और माला, अपने आप ही अपने से सबको चंदन पहना है, माला पहना है, और तक ऊंची देवी सेवा वृत्ति देवी संचार करके सबकी सुविधा करते, इच्छा तो किया तुमने, चलो अब मैं ताकत नहीं है और तुम्हारा शक्ति नहीं है, बुद्धि नहीं है, चलो मैं तो महाप्रभु सबको चंदन माला पहना दी, पहना करके कीर्तन शुरू किया। अब कीर्तन तो सभी लोग करते हैं महाप्रभु के साथ, महाप्रभु कहते हैं केवल कीर्तन से नहीं, जब तक कि व्रत के किसके अनुगत्य नहीं और उनके पास हम अपने को समर्पण करें तो सीखने के लिए उनको उनका समर्पित नहीं होते, अर्थात उनका आश्रय नहीं लेते, तब तक सीखेगा तुम। अपने स्वतंत्र हो गया, माला ले लिया, जब करने लग गया, महाप्रभु ने होगा नहीं, बोलो कृष्ण बोलने से नहीं होगा, भज कृष्ण और पर कृष्ण शिक्षा। महाप्रभु ने 3 बात कही, नित्यानंद को, हरिदास ठाकुर को, सबको, जाओ घर में जाओ, जब मांगो भिक्षा मांगो, दाल चावल एक मसाला पैसा कपड़ा लगता नहीं, सबको बोलो क्या, बोलो कृष्ण भज कृष्ण और कृष्ण शिक्षा, या वही आज्ञा बोली को बुलाएगा। वे 3 शब्द के अलावा और कुछ नहीं बोलना, और कोई बोले तो सुनना नहीं, बोले बोलो कृष्ण बोलो, एक बार कृष्ण बोला तो मेरे बोलने ना उनको भज कृष्ण, भजा तो शिवाय में, केवल कृष्ण बोलने से नहीं होगा, कृष्ण की सेवा करो, उनके से संबंध करो, ये और कृष्ण शिक्षा, जो उनके सेवक है, भगवान की प्रिय है, उनके सुगढ़ शिक्षा करो, कैसे सेवा करेंगे। बस 3 ब्रह्म सूत्र, एक सूत्र में समुद्र विद्या प्रयोजन 3 बोल दिया, महाप्रभु एक ब्रह्म सूत्र है, बस क्या बोलो कृष्ण, बस कृष्ण बोला तो दीक्षा हो गया, जो लोग जा रहे बोल रहे ना, आदेश दे बोलो कृष्ण बोलो, बोल दिया कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हो गया दीक्षा। अब भजो कृष्ण, अभी जाओ सेवा करो और शिक्षा करो, प्रयोजन तत्व को लाभ करो। तो महाप्रभु जी ने सबको बोल दिया, और कौन सिखाएगा। इसे महाप्रभु अपने साथ लेके सबको लेके चलो, एक दो नहीं, कितना हजारों। और ढूंढे जब मंदिर कितना है, छोटा सा है वो आब्रह्म हिमाचल से लेके समुद्र तक सभी को महाप्रभु के पदार्थ के स्थान भगवान के सभी स्थान होते हैं। बस भक्तों को आदेश दे दिया, ध्यान लगा रहे हैं, तो धीरे धीरे करता है, तो इधर से इकट्ठा किया। महाप्रभु अपने दुपट्टा को लेके मंचल में भर के 1000 दर्शन होगी अकेले एक टराली साफ करके बाहर पड़ गया। और महाप्रभु देखते कौन क्या कर रहे हैं, बोलते हैं देखो यदि तुमने कम थोड़ा सा किया ना, कम किया तो तुमको सब भक्तों के भंडार देना पड़ेगा। अर्थात मीठी वचनों से उनको शिक्षा देते हैं, सबकी संचार क्या करते हैं, एग्जाम लेके बैठे बैठे यहाँ से वहाँ तक आगे उतना भी नहीं चलना है, कोई मतलब ऐसे होना चाहिए। तुम्हारे अंदर रुचि नहीं है, तीव्रता नहीं है, उत्कंठा नहीं है, बस आया सबसे दिखावा करने के लिए नहीं, आत्मा से समर्पण सबको। फिर वहां पर लोगों को देखते हैं और वहां पर अकेले कितना कर रहे हैं सब देख रहे हैं। और वहां पर कहते हैं जब झाड़ देने से नहीं होगा, छोटे धूली है, कंकड़ है, सबको घूमना है और गिरने के लिए लगा दिया। फिर बोलते हैं इससे भी नहीं हुआ, अब जाओ कोई सर्वर है 1 किलोमीटर दूर है, लाइन से खड़े होकर के कलश भर करके एक के बाद एक देते जाओ और भगवान के नाम कीर्तन करो, भगवत कृपा करे कि मेरा सेवा स्वीकार होगा। और सेवा करने का प्रवृत्ति दें, नहीं तो हम सेवा करते हैं यदि प्रभु ने स्वीकार नहीं की, इच्छा नहीं है तो, और वो फिर से बोल रहे हैं और एक बार एक बढ़ते हैं तो इनको देते आगे करते करते आ रहा है एकदम चैनल से। कुंडलिया मंदिर पूरा गौ पगला ऊपर से नीचे तक महाप्रभु ने बोले कैसे धोना है, अपने मन को निर्मल करना है, आत्मा को पवित्र करना है, इतना सुंदर कर दो। और धोना शुरू हुआ, कीर्तन शुरू हुआ, इधर नृत्य कीर्तन इधर, और कितना जब जम गया, चारों तरफ से सरोवर की तरफ भर गया। महाप्रभु इसका प्रणाली अर्थात नाले खोल नहीं रहे। क्यों? जितने भक्त हैं, भक्तों के चरणों का जो चरणों में जल है सब तो यही इकट्ठा हो गया। अब जब नाली खोल दिया एकदम नदी की तरफ स्रोत बहने लगा, इतना इकट्ठा कर दिया। इसके बाद बोले पोषा करना, सफाई करना, शीतल सुंदर करना, और अपने दुपट्टा लेके सब लोग पहुंच रहे। महाप्रभु इतने में एक घोड़िया आगे के एक बड़ा जल महाप्रभु के चरणों में डाल दिया। महाप्रभु बिगड़े, भगवान के मंदिर में इतना बड़ा मेरा अपमान है, इतना मेरा दुर्दशा कर दी। महाप्रभु ने स्वरूप कुमार घोड़िया कैसा है, उन्होंने गले में धक्का देकर तो एकदम बाहर करके आ गए। महाप्रभु कहते ऐसा मत करो। मंदिर के अंदर में, धर्म मंदिर में कभी भी गुरु के बिना किसी को प्रणाम भी नहीं करना चाहिए, कभी अपने पूजा नहीं कराना चाहिए, उच्च स्वर से बोलना नहीं चाहिए, उनका बोलता है। ये स्थान बहुत सम्मान के पूजा के स्थान है, आराधना के स्थान है, यहाँ पर अपनी पूजा मत करो। तो महाप्रभु उच्च संकीर्तन शुरू कर दिया और यार सब लोग स्वागत करते हैं। किंतु महाप्रभु इतना विरह में आलस्य हो गए कि श्रीमती राधारानी जब सुना विस्मयपुर में कृष्णा आ रहे हैं अपने स्वभाव के साथ और ब्रजवासियों के साथ आ रहे हैं, उन्हें दानगढ़ मानगढ़ मानगढ़ विलासगढ़ सब गुड़ियों को भी एक ही चौपाट इतना सुंदर सजाया, इतना सुंदर गुरु से पूछा। महाप्रभु उस चीज को स्मरण करते हैं, उस भाव में आविष्ट होकर के आज विश्वानपुर अर्थात गुंडीचा मंदिर को सजा रहे हैं। केवल मात्र फूल का सजावट करने से नहीं हुआ, यदि हृदय यदि इतना सुंदर सरस नहीं हो तो वृत्ति नहीं है तो कैसे है? विश्वान महाराज ने निमंत्रण दिया, केवल नंद बाबा को नहीं, उधर जसोदा माता आदि सब लोग निमंत्रित है। भगवती पूर्णमासी जोगमाया मिर्जा ये लोग एक रथ में है, परदेव प्रभु अपने सखाओं के साथ एक रथ में है, कृष्ण और प्रियनंद सखा, शिष्य का प्राण सखा, सुदीप सखा उनके साथ एक रथ में है। तीन तीन रथ चल रहा है। कहाँ आ रहा है? विश्वानपुर में। क्यों? श्रीमती रानी को क्या हो गया? उनको जहर चढ़ गया। क्या जहर चढ़ा? कि उनको काल सर्प ने दर्शन किया। अब किस तरह से ठीक नहीं हो रहे हैं। उस समय विश्वान महाराज ने पूछा कैसे ठीक होंगे? तो उपाय है ठीक होने का? तो भगवती पूर्णमासी से पूछा, पूर्णमासी ने आदेश दिया जाओ कृष्ण को ले आओ। कृष्ण ने कालियों को से भगाया, बीच से रहित किया और कार्य रथ मुक्त है। व्रत को सुंदर समय कर दिया। तो अब कृष्ण को लाना पड़ा। जब कृष्ण को लेने गया, कृष्ण को लेने नहीं जाता। मैं कोई पढ़ाई स्त्री, कोई बेटी तुम्हारी ईश्वरी मैं किसी दर्शन नहीं करता, न देता और न किसी से मैं मिलता। किंतु जब ईश्वर हमारे पार नहीं पाए तो नंद बाबा के पास गए। नंद बाबा बड़े दयालु है, प्रेमी है, वो भी जसोदा माता के पास गए। तो जसोदा माता कृष्ण को समझाने लग गए। इतने बलदेव प्रभु आ गए, बलदेव प्रभु को भी वश में कर ली और कृष्ण बहाना बजा रहे, मैं नहीं जा रहा। कृष्ण को मारने के लिए सभाओं को पकड़ा, फिर भी नहीं हुआ तो जो जुगमाया भगवती उन्होंने आदेश दिया, ठीक है मैं चलती हूँ, तुम अकेले नहीं जाओगे इसी लड़कियों के पास, मैं चलती हूँ, मैं चलूंगी और यहाँ से रोहिणी जसोदा ये भी चलेंगे और मेरे साथ और जब बलदाव भी जाएगा तुम अकेले नहीं जाओगे, चलो। तो तीन रथ सजा। विश्वान महाराज ने नंदगांव से विश्वानपुर तक इतना सुंदर सजाया और कैसे किया? सखाओं के लिए नहीं केवल सब रथ के लिए उन्होंने सुंदर उत्सव की व्यवस्था की। तो कृष्ण बोले एक दिन सिर्फ एक विष्णु 9 दिन 9 रात्रि चाहिए। तो कृष्ण 9 दिन 9 रात्रि जाकर के विश्वानपुर में विलासगढ़ में विलास कुंज में विराजमान हुए। जब श्रीमती रानी स्वस्थ हुए, विश्वान महाराज प्रसन्न हुए, सब लोग फिर 9 दिन बाद नंद भवन में लौट के आए। ये सब बड़े गंभीर व्रत की लीलाएं हैं। महाप्रभु उस स्मरण में व्यस्त राधा भाव इन सबको लेके नित्य विश्वानपुर की वृंदावन की सेवा पुण्य कुटी है, उनको कैसे सजाए, कैसे नित्य सेवा में उनको अधिकार मिले कि उन पर ऊपर से दिखावा नहीं, जो रथ खींच करके ले गया आ गया, ये सब तमाशा में कुछ नहीं रखा है। इस साधन का केवल बाहरी एक स्वरूप है, किंतु आभ्यंतरीण जो रूप है वो महाप्रभु जी ने सबको कैसे, मैं चल रहा हूँ ब्रज में, मेरे साथ कौन कौन आ रहा है, इससे गोड़िया क्या कहते हैं कि पहले रथ होता है सब गोड़िया जाता है, जब दूसरा होता है तो नहीं रहता है, कभी उड़िया जाता है। किंतु महाप्रभु के समय महाप्रभु ने ऐसा नहीं कहा। महाप्रभु कहते हैं कृष्णा कृष्णपुर में पहुंचे, अभी नंदभवन में आ रहे हैं, नंदगांव में आ रहे हैं, दोनों रथों में महाप्रभु जी जाते समय आते समय नृत्य कीर्तन करके तो गुंडीचा मंदिर मार्जन के लिए महाप्रभु जी ने सबको नियुक्त किया कि ब्रज सेवा में मैं अधिकार दे रहा हूँ, और नित्य सेवा में एक दिन करके और मुक्त हो गए और सब इच्छा पूरा हो गया, अब आगे कुछ करना नहीं है, एक दिन की मेहनत है, ऐसा नहीं। प्रवेश अधिकार दे दिया, सेवा का अधिकार योग्यता दे दी और शक्ति संचार कर दी, और नित्य सेवा में नित्य लीला में नित्य में नियुक्त हो गए। किंतु जिन दो लोग महाप्रभु के साथ सम्मिलित थे, महाप्रभु भाव आविष्ट होकर के वो लोग सब तन्मय हो गए। जैसे अच्युतानंद के पुत्र अच्युतानंद प्रभु और बालक है छोटा, नृत्य कर रहे हैं, करते 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 कीर्तन करते करते मूर्छित हो गए, और फिर वो ऋषि मंत्र पढ़ करके कितना तो उनको उनका पर चलना में तक छिड़काव किया, वो नहीं आ रहे। महाप्रभु जा करके उनका स्पर्श करके फिर वो जगह दिया और कीर्तन में सम्मिलित कर। ऐसे जो वहाँ गुंडीचा मंदिर में महाप्रभु जी ने अपने जैसे सात्विक भाव प्रकट किया, कहाँ सेवा संगम में सबको कृपा किया, ऐसे गुंडीचा मंदिर में ले जा करके किसी को महाप्रभु जी ने नहीं छोड़ा। वहाँ सात्विक भाव था तो यहाँ महाप्रभु का प्रसाद महाभाव, यहाँ सबको देखा वो सेवा करने आता है। देखा महाराज प्रतापपुत्र स्वयं जब आजकल तो रथ पर को झाड़ू देते हैं, स्नान यात्रा के दिन आते हैं, गुंडीचा के दिन आते हैं, पहले राजा पूरा रास्ता सोने का मुद्दा है और नारियल के सिक्के का झाड़ू, कितना झाड़ू, पूरा रास्ता साफ करके जो भगवान के आगे, जगन्नाथ के आगे, और इतना फूल छिड़काव करके उनको सिर बना के ले जाए, महाप्रभु सेवा लेकर प्रसन्न हो गए। इसलिए सेवा साधक रूप में तब सिद्ध रूप में जात्र ही, जब अत्र ही अन्यत्र नहीं, अन्यत्र जाकर तुम सिद्ध रूप प्राप्त करोगे ऐसा नहीं, अत्र ही यही। यदि साधक रूप में सेवा नहीं किया, सेवा और नौकरी एक नहीं है, ड्यूटी कर्तव्य और जो निष्कपट सेवा है, ये दोनों प्रतिष्ठा कामियों के लिए वो समझ में नहीं आएगा। इससे महाप्रभु ने गुंडीचा मंदिर में प्रवेश अधिकार देकर के अपने आप नित्य सेवा का सब अधिकार दिया सिखाया, एक एक के पास जाकर कैसे करना चाहिए सेवा। उस समय जब जगन्नाथ जी आते हैं, कितना हजारों लाखों लोग साथ आते हैं, तो आया और गया, क्या मिला? मेला दिखने आया बस चला गया। महाप्रभु कहते ऐसे नहीं, जीवन का मूल्य समय नष्ट नहीं करना है, ऐसे बर्बाद नहीं करना है, आया तो कुछ लाभ उठाओ। तब महाप्रभु जी स्वयं जब द्वापर का अवतार छाप वगैरह हो गया तो महाप्रभु के संरक्षण से आंखों के आंसू से पूरा दोबारा वहां पर ऐसा समुद्र की तरफ तरंगायित हो गया। तब कीर्तन करते करते शाम हो गया, में आकर के विश्राम करने लगे। जगन्नाथ जी का तो 15 दिन महानुष्य का भोग राग नहीं हुए। आज नवजुवन दर्शन नेत्रोत्सव, आज जगन्नाथ जी दर्शन दिए, आज पहली बार भोग राग लगा। तो क्या सारे भोग राग पारनाथ, गोपीनाथ, काशी मिश्र, श्रवण पंडित, मार्ग पता के अनुरोध से सब कुछ आइटोटा में ला करके भर दिया। महाप्रभु जी पद कीर्तन या परिश्रम, कीर्तन ने इतना परिश्रम की और उनके लिए जगन्नाथ जी ने सब प्रसाद दे दी। तो और उसका वर्णन किया चैतन्य में की कितनी तरह की सब कुछ महाप्रभु अपने हाथ से भरोसे शुरू किया। तब बड़े बड़े महाजनों ने महाप्रभु जी को बैठाया और विश्राम किया। महाप्रभु ने कहा सुबह दर्शन होगा, सभी लोग तैयार होके पहुंचे जगन्नाथ जी को लाना है, रथ चढ़ाना है, उनको लेके चलना है। उस प्रसंग हम लोग कर सुनेंगे। बहुत